This is a trap that many GMAT candidates fall into. They take their practice test with less than full seriousness and they take the actual exam with too much seriousness, almost as though it were a life or death situation, a do or die. In this video, I'm going to suggest that you flip this mindset. So, firstly, take mock tests as though you were taking the actual exam. Some examples, and by the way, these are all things that I've seen people do in the past. Don't use the pause function at all. You'll get one 10 minutes break that you can take once between sections. So, don't take a break longer than that. Don't keep any equipment on your desk that you won't be allowed on the actual exam. You can use a calculator in Data Insights, but use the calculator in the app. Don't use a phone calculator. In fact, don't have any clock, phone, watch or anything else at all also. Just the way you won't be allowed in the exam either. Essentially, try and replicate the exam situation as much as you can. It will help you develop stamina the way you'd require for the exam. It'll help you get a truer picture of where you actually stand. For example, if you take longer breaks, then you will mentally recover some, and that could result in a somewhat inflated score also. So, at home, practice exams, full seriousness as though you were taking the actual exam. Now, the second part. The actual exam, take it as though you were taking a practice test. It's not a life or death situation. It's not now or never, not do or die. GMAT does allow multiple attempts and you can take subsequent attempts not very far off from the current one. Of course, it will require money, time, mental pressure. So, there are negatives. There are consequences. It's not like it doesn't matter at all how many attempts you take when you take them. There are consequences, no doubt. But then still, these are things that can still be managed and done. You can go ahead and take another attempt. It'll cost you some money, but still it's not a do or die situation at least. So, in my experience, I find that people typically are on the extreme of too much concern with the exam. Too much about how that exam is kind of the bottleneck between your current situation and your future career aspirations. And all that puts pressure. Given that the situation is already so pressure filled, essentially what I'm asking you to do is try and release some of the pressure. So don't think that, oh man, if I start treating it as a mock test, then I won't be serious at all. Because I believe if you are anything like most of the people, almost all the people that I interact with, that you are currently taking GMAT not too lightly, rather too seriously. If there were somebody on one extreme who is too casual about the GMAT, for example, perhaps I would not make this recommendation to them, that take it as a practice test. But again, if you do fall in this bracket, which I expect you do, of people who take the exam too seriously, my suggestion, take it as though you were taking a practice test. So in both aspects, I'll recap. Practice test, take it as though you were taking an actual exam. Actual test, take it as though you were taking a practice test.